haven't seen it, well, we're gonna spoil it.
Spoil it in your face.
That's your warning. So if you get pissed, it's all your fault. Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo. What is up, little business? It's Sun-Dried Tomatoes. It's your boy, Eddie Collins.
Guys, it's Justin Brown.
And we are shooting our webs all over your mouth and your ears.
Oh, God, here we go.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man. The original shit. The 2002 Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire, Willem Dafoe, Kirsten Dunst, James Franco movie. I can't believe we've never done this before. It's crazy.
Peter Parker.
This is where it all started, baby.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah.
And we're going to be doing the whole series. That's right. Spider-Man 1, 2, and the infamous 3 with fucking the nigga from Set 70 show playing Venom. That was wild. Also, Sandman.
Topher Grayson, right?
What the hell was that? Yeah, Topher Grayson's fucking so weird. And also,
are we going to do let's do the Amazing Spider-Mans too. No, we did those.
No, we didn't. We didn't do all of them. Yeah.
No, we did the second one for sure.
We did the second one, but we'll revisit it. We'll see if it's as bad.
We'll revisit it. Okay.
You know, and then we got to do Venom and shit. Oh, God. But J.K. Simmons, this is the beginning of him as J. Jonah Jameson. I was like, yo, he's been kicking off this role for over 20 years.
Yeah.
Because he even plays him in the video games, right?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Man, yo, that's a fucking check.
That's a check. And also, like, I remember this movie because this movie was huge, dude. It was like the biggest opening weekend ever. And I remember, like, you know, Tobey Maguire is like notoriously like one of the Leonardo DiCaprio's close friends. Leo obviously has Titanic, but there was a period where like people thought, oh, like Spider-Man might be the biggest movie of all time or whatever. It wasn't. But, you know, I remember like being like, oh, damn, what if Tobey beat Leo and stuff like that? Because it's crazy that Tobey Maguire got this role. He was 26 when he was cast as a high school Peter Parker.
Yeah. And he does not look like a high schooler.
That's one thing that doesn't hold up in this movie.
School.
They all look crazy. James Franco looks nuts in this movie.
Yeah.
He's a great Harry, but he looks crazy, dude. Kirsten Dunst looks nuts. And Kirsten Dunst, you know, I felt bad because I'm like, this is 2002. And Kirsten Dunst, I was like, you know,
Go ahead, Brandon. Go ahead. Give me your bullshit.
Man, it's so weird that you didn't think Kirsten Dunst, like, in high school, you didn't were like, oh, Kirsten Dunst is an attractive chick.
No, pass. She's basic. She's basic as fuck.
Man, he was hanging up upside down and she was in the rain. I was like,
Brandon, I went to high school with girls that nobody would have paid attention to Kirsten Dunst. She was basic, straight up basic.
Wow.
I never got it. I was like, you willing to die for this?
Well, I mean,
she's the most popular girl in school. Get out of here.
I can see that. I can see her being the most popular girl in school for sure. But then definitely post school, she ain't doing well. And that's exactly what's happening. Mary Jane Watson is one trash can away from the opening of Rent. She is not doing well when we meet her in adult life. You know, she's like, oh, I had an audition. And then you had that diner dude yelling at her like, hey, Miss Pretty Face, you think you could just walk out on your shift? And Peter Parker, first of all, if I'm Spider-Man, I'm going to be damned. If I'm your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, I'm protecting niggas. And I'm going to be starving in New York City.
I mean,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, somebody going to either be giving me a free room or I'm going to have to rob some people to pay my nut. Like, that's all it is. I'm not going to be poor in the city.
The fact that you call it pay my nut. I'm just trying to get my nut. It's not pay your nut, as you were trying to get your nut, Brandon. That's the term.
You know what I'm saying? You know?
Yes. Yeah. But it's about
penny.
It's not pay your nut because your nut is your payoff. That's what that means.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. You just be fucking up sayings. So like
I'm sort of a scientist. I'm somewhat of a scientist myself, actually. Willem Dafoe's insane in this movie, by the way.
Oh yeah,
it ages well. But like, I remember when I first saw this, is this nigga in a different movie? Like, he's fucking crazy.
Hold on, let me just go back to Kirsten Dunst really quick. In this movie, I don't see it, but an older Kristen Dunst, I find her far more attractive than she ever was when she was younger.
That's so weird because
That's
I
just
think the
me.
opposite. I think she's a great. I think she's grown so much as an actress, and kudos for her.
Yes.
But like in regards to being attractive to me, it's not the same. I guess I don't know. I guess like I think when it was in high school, I think what I liked a lot about her too is that not necessarily in this movie, but like our producer Lluvia brought Bring It On. I thought she's incredibly charming and funny.
Hmm.
And you know me, like when especially like I think in high school specifically, it was kind of hard to find because they weren't really doing female driven like comedies and stuff like that. SNL had what like Sherry O'Terry, the one Anga,
Molly Shannon and Anna
Like
Gasteyer.
like weird looking white women, right? Like so it wasn't like
Hmm.
you could be somewhat attractive. Not saying that those women aren't attractive in their own right,
Yeah, but Sherry O'Terry was fit though. She had them
I guess, but I
thighs.
never found her very funny. And so to see someone who was like around my age who was actually really funny, I don't know why my voice sounds like this.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. You going through puberty right now, Brandon? You okay? You okay?
What's
You
happening?
shooting your webs out while you're sleeping?
I don't know what
Yeah,
just happened
Brady.
there.
Are you drooling and masturbating with it? Is that what you're doing right now?
But I just thought she was incredibly attractive around this time. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's like the same way that like women thought James Franco was really hot. And I don't
Well,
get
that's
it.
also because James Franco is a classically attractive guy.
He looks like
because
James Dean. That's all it is.
Well, but classically attractive. But they didn't
You
also
said that's
realize.
hot.
Yeah, they didn't also realize that James Franco is an absolute creep. So like they didn't know that about him yet, which is gonna kill him on the hotometer. So like yeah,
Gonna kill him in the huddle meter. I didn't realize that Joe Manganiello, Nello, whatever, is Flash Thompson in this movie.
yeah, you remember that?
He
I
looked
saw it was just
crazy.
like, yeah, his head was huge.
At least he got, because some actors you're like, oh, you didn't age well. He aged very well.
Yeah,
Like he looks great now.
yeah, he looked fucking like dog shit.
Yeah, that guy wasn't bagging Sofia Vergara back then for sure.
Oh
He
no.
wasn't. Yeah.
For
Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker is so interesting because he's kind of a dick.
How
And
so?
he just I don't know, he's kind of an asshole, especially to his family. The Uncle Ben, man, I remember being like, yo, fucking Peter Parker's a piece of shit to Uncle Ben. And then poor Uncle Ben gets shot because this nigga was at a wrestling contest.
Well, I mean, he's a teenager.
Peter was a great with great power comes great responsibility.
Listen here, Uncle Ben. I don't need that responsibility. Get the fuck up out my face so I can go wrestle the Macho Man Randy Savage.
That was crazy.
No. I mean, but honestly though, I think I think a lot of parents would say that probably the teenage years. That's when you find the most hurtful fucking a member of your family, and they live under your roof. Because teenagers, they're at that point where, for one, they're discovering themselves. They think that they know everything, but they don't know shit. They're ridiculously stupid, and they have so many opinions and emotions that are boiling up all the time. So like. If you take into context that while he's not a teenager, obviously, Tobey Maguire, he's playing a teenager going through all of those like normal changes. Yeah. But on top of that, he's also becoming a fucking superhero.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And the girl that he's in love with, this girl who lives next door. And she has to compete with dudes with fucking cars and shit like that. He's just like,
and he knows Flash is banging her out. It's crazy. And then,
oh yeah. He's stretching her out.
Yeah, and then her abusive family household and stuff like that. It's just a mess.
So he has a savior. He has a savior complex. So that he has a savior. He's just like, hey, I need to go get this car so I can go save Mary Jane from her bad situation. Yeah, for her to get to notice me. Right? And now I have these powers, so I can literally be her savior. And then somebody's trying to tell him, like, hey, you need to chill out and you need to look at what you're doing. And he's just like, don't you realize I'm the most powerful person on the face of the earth right now? So like, yeah. That's why I get it. It's like, yeah, he's not being a piece of shit. He's being a kid.
I know, but then he was being a piece of shit to Uncle Ben. Had the nerve to slam the door. I was like, damn, man, you know Uncle Ben ain't got no work. If you broke that window, he would be fucked. He would have to put a plastic bag over that shit. Come on, Peter. Be mindful, nigga.
Yeah, I mean, but also at the same time, he hasn't. That's the only scene where he flipped out, and unfortunately, it just happened to be the time before his uncle got killed,
Mm.
right? And then like he had to deal with, you know, that's part of Spider-Man's ethos.
Yeah.
He had to deal with the guilt of having that argument. Well, Spider in this realm, he had to, you know, of having that argument, and also feeling like he could have done something to stop it.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things building up to that scene with the contest
Yeah.
and like with the joke and the guy who robs and kills Uncle Ben and stuff like that. But I want to talk first about an earlier scene in my notes. Well, one, I mean, we meet Peter Parker chasing a lot of buses and stuff. They also filmed this in Queens because they filmed over here by like Woodhaven Boulevard and stuff like that. They
Mhm.
actually filmed on site, which is kind of cool. Norman Bates is Willem Dafoe's Norman Bates. The best thing about the Green Goblin villain, especially when it comes to these movies in Spider-Man.
Hold on, Brandon.
What?
His name is Norman Osborn.
What'd I say?
You said Norman Bates.
Close enough. You know what I meant. Norman Osborn.
I mean, they both hearing voices in their head, but it's not the same.
Yeah. One's for
Willem
mother,
Dafoe
one's
ain't jumping
for
up in his fucking dress.
yeah. That would
Stabbing
be
bitches in the
Yeah,
shower.
that's Hobgoblin. Dresses up in his mom's clothing. So Norman Osborn, right? Willem Dafoe's specific iteration, Norman Osborn. He does not give a fuck how old you are. He does not give a fuck if you a teenager. He does not give a fuck if you like an 18, 19-year-old dude. If you step to him, especially as Spider-Man, he's going to fuck you up. I forgot how bad Tobey Maguire gets the business in this movie. And I was like,
he's going to fuck up his entire world. Because you remember when he went after Aunt May?
Yeah, but
Aunt May slapped his hand at that dinner. He says like, all right, old bitch, I'll be back for you.
What's wild, dude, is if you think about it, that's why what makes No Way Home more fucked up. Because he actually finished the job in No Way Home with that Aunt May. Like Green Goblin, Norman Bates, Norman, I keep wanting to say Norman Bates, Norman Osborn does not give a fuck about Peter Parker's feelings. He's I watched No Way Home like a few weeks ago. He's like fucking Peter up, dude. He's like throwing him through floors and shit. I'm like, this kid's 16.
But he's Spider-Man.
Yeah. I mean, Tobey Maguire, that final fight in the third act, dude, he's like throwing this nigga through brick walls and trying to impale him with his glider and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like,
he's a real fucking villain. So
he's your son's best friend. Your son who you didn't even think was going to graduate high school, which is fucking nuts. To the point where he got kicked out of every private school, has to go to this public school in the middle of fucking Queens. That's such an insane storyline.
Peter, don't tell Harry.
Yeah, that's dark as fuck, dude. I remember as a kid, this like came out in 2002. I was like 14 or something like that. And I'm like, man, this is some dark shit. Like when he falls on it, the blood comes out of his mouth. I'm like, oof, like that's haunting.
So Jackson watched this film with me. Paul's away. I was just like, because listen, you can't forget fucking Willem Dafoe's performance in this film. And he does bring the scary to this. Like,
oh yeah.
Willem Dafoe's scenes are very horror movie-esque. Like, Willem Dafoe plays a really good villain. Because there is it's like, they're like, okay, well, we want you to bring a little bit of intensity. All right, I got intensity. Like, he plays zero fucking games. So, like, watching this film with Jackson, I was like, I don't know if it's going to be too much. First of all, Jackson's like, I don't want to watch this. The moment he saw Spider-Man, or he started seeing, like, the Spider-Man stuff, like, I haven't seen a smile wipe across his face. The smile wiped across his face immediately. He was in. But then when the fucking he recognized immediately he's Green Goblin. I'm like, yes, he is a Green Goblin just from the laugh. And he was just like, there was a scene where like he got into somebody's face and like Jackson just like
was it during the fire scene when he pretends to be an old lady in the fire? Because you said
No,
Jackson's
actually,
afraid of fire.
coincidentally, well, no, he's gotten over that, thank God.
He's not afraid of fire
But
anymore. Would you push him
no,
into
he's not afraid of
some
lava.
flames? He's not
But
afraid of lava.
it was specifically lava. He equated lava to fire,
Why is he afraid of lava?
bro.
It's
I
so
don't know.
slow.
I know.
Did
I
you
know.
watch Dante speak with you like as a kid and like it just seared in
No,
his brain?
no, bro. I don't know where it came from, but lava was the thing. Yeah, I know.
You know
Maybe
what?
this
That
nigga
might
was.
come from like a random like level in Super Mario Brothers that fucked him up, and he just like
It could have been. It could nigga. Maybe he in another life he was at Pompeii. No. Wait. No, wait. Which was the place that the lava?
that's Pompeii, I think.
It was Pompeii. Okay, all right. But there was a point where Willem Dafoe pops up, or Green Goblin pops up, where he's like, oh God. I was just like, yeah, this may be too much, but I
Was it
kind of
after he
stopped
killed everybody in the lab and jumped on the glider like
possibly.
Yeah, that was a
No,
crazy scene.
when he killed the other doctor in the lab,
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
first became the Green Goblin, whatever.
Mhm.
So I had to kind of explain to him, such. Then after that, he was fine. He's like, okay, this is not real. This is just a movie. These people are playing Spider-Man, yada, yada, yada. But again, absolutely loved this film. He absolutely loved this film. It's funny because I think watching Into the Spider-Verse was too much for him because it's a medium that's too close to what he watches on a regular basis.
Okay.
And that's why he found that far more scary, but also he was younger. But like watching this with real people, he was just like, yes, absolutely. So it was really cool to watch it. I'll watch it with my son.
Yeah, I imagine so, man. Like, I mean, when the credits roll, you get that score, that signature score. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember being young, like first seeing this in the theater and being like, lock the fuck in, and be
Yeah.
like, oh, it's gonna be cool. And mind you, the second one's even better if from memory
Yeah.
serves. I haven't seen it in a long
Mm-hmm.
time, but you know, it just, when I watched this movie, I was like, oh, that's a reason why like Willem Dafoe and Tobey Maguire coming back for No Way Home really like, no pun intended, hit home for me because this movie is so good and these characters are so the performances are so good and match the characters so well that like
Yeah.
it made, if you're gonna play with the multiverse, why not do some shit like the way that they did it and bring
Yeah.
and make Willem Dafoe the main villain, like because this Green Goblin is incredibly iconic. I mean, even when he tries to recruit Spider-Man and like there's the meme of him hitting Spider-Man on the head and like it's all crazy, everything's crazy in life, like that kind
Yeah.
of and I just love this movie, dude. I love this movie. I know you're not the biggest Kirsten Dunst, like the 2000s thing, but she really was like the Sydney Sweeney of the early 2000s, if you think about it.
Not for me.
Okay.
Not for me.
I didn't like though. There's a few things that are like, like if I'm going rewatchable side that don't quite hold up, right? One is the main thing is all the creepy people and the comments that are made about Mary Jane and what the bad guys are going to do to her. Because Green Goblin was like, at first I was going to take her quick, but now I want to do it nice and slow. And like, there's Mormon's really creepy towards MJ at times. And I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
like it. I don't like it at all. And then, those dudes in the alley with the rain and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I was like, that wasn't going to be good for MJ either.
Yeah.
Apparently, Tobey Maguire got really sick filming that upside down kiss scene, and she was basically resuscitating him because he could barely breathe hanging upside down. But for me, I'm also
he's
like,
a bitch.
but I'm also like, was that really Toby? Because Toby almost got fired off of this and Spider-Man 2 for
Really?
faking injuries and shit. Yeah. He's a bit of a difficult actor. Apparently.
Oh well, yeah, I've heard that. He's
he almost got fired off this
notoriously
movie.
a fucking huge dick.
Yeah, he almost got fired off this movie. So, I'm almost like, was that Toby in that suit? Probably not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you think about it, you're like, how many of these actors were really in these suits? Because so much of it's CGI, especially after the second one, like it's so much CGI as
True.
Spider-Man. Because that's one thing I love about Tom Holland. Or at least like, they filmed the footage supposedly of him with all the dots and stuff like that, is that he really can flip and shit.
Yeah.
They said that that's what got him the role because I think it was between him and Dylan O'Brien. And I think that won him over was he was able to do all the flips and shit that Spider-Man could actually do. Dylan
Oh
O'Brien's the
my.
dude from Maze Runner.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, yeah. Tom Holland definitely.
Yeah, but I'm just saying the physicality is actually like something I really admire about Tom Holland, how he does the character.
Yeah, but also if you look at Dylan O'Brien aged like a fucking foot. Peter Park. I mean, Tom Holland has a
He's got some
much
day.
better look for being Spider-Man right
Yes.
now, and where they've been going with these films. I mean, I think Dylan O'Brien would have grown with the role a little bit better because
Mm,
Tom Holland's kind of ageless at this point. He kind of looks the same, but like, yeah, Tom Holland I think is a much better fit.
yeah. Why was James Franco's Harry Osborn such a himbo in this movie? Like he's not. He's trying to run Oscorp, and like I know in the second one he takes over, doesn't he?
Well, yeah, after his dad
But
dies.
he's not. I mean, the fact that he barely got through high school, it doesn't seem like it's because of like a lack of will and trying. It's just like, oh, he's just not. I'm saying, why is James Franco playing him like this?
Yeah, I mean,
I did laugh though really hard when like he's having Spider-Man's having or Peter Parker's having the fight with Flash in the hallway after he's been bit, and he's flipping
mm,
around, and Mary Jane's like, "Help him!" And then he's like, "Which one?" Like this
yeah,
nigga
right.
just flipped over him and stuff. Also, I gotta say, Uncle Ben, Aunt May, y'all trying, but you're not trying hard enough. And my nephew came home looking the way that Peter Parker does after that spider bite and has that welt on his fucking hand the way that Peter does. He's got to go to the fucking ER. Like, what were they doing? He's all like coming
Well,
home like, he's like,
they didn't see it. They
I
didn't
gotta
see it.
go to bed. It's just, I'm okay. I'm not hungry.
But baby, you gotta remember this is the 90s.
Like, call me
No,
baby.
no, this is like the early
2002.
2000s. Yes, this is the early 2000s,
Yeah.
right? So therefore, the parenting wasn't quite the same. Nigga, I
Mm.
almost broke my back in school. My parents was just like, "All right, nigga."
Wait, what? How Joe was breaking
No,
back?
we were doing like gymnastics or some shit like that in school. We actually had like a horse, and like so we were hitting like the fucking the vault thing and then like
Uh-huh.
flipping over the horse, and like somebody ran across like right when I was going over, and like like fucked me up, and I landed all fucked up. I fucked my back up. And I think it happened on Friday. Like I felt I could barely walk over the fucking weekend. My parents was like, "Oh, you just tired, huh? All right, whatever, nigga."
Like, my back, you're all fucked up like a pretzel. And Ben, your parents are just like, nigga, just stretch. What's wrong with you?
Was you better fucking drag that fucking garbage down to the curb.
You're like,
I'm sitting there limping down.
damn, that sucks.
Yeah, man. But that's what I'm saying. It's like
It would have been bad.
it's a
It would have
different
been
world.
bad for you to have a broken back and be bald at the same time in high school. That's not a good look. Looking like
That wasn't even high
Quasimodo.
school, man. It was like 8th grade. That was like
Oh, that's even worse.
junior high.
Oh, that means
Like
you got
junior high.
fucked up. If you can
Yeah,
recover
bro.
fast, that means you got fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because that's
like
back in the
I,
age when we could still like kind of like come back from anything. We could
yeah,
fucking
you bet.
slam into a brick wall and walk it off. Just
Bro, so like when I started playing football and shit like that, like my freshman year of high school, like I would get fucking back pains, like back spasms and shit like that because of that. I
you're like
really
Dennis
got
Quaid at any beginning Sunday. I can handle it.
just give me the shot, damn it.
Jesus Christ. I felt bad. Uncle Ben over here struggling. I was like, I understand Uncle Ben. He's like, I can't. That's back when you used to find the jobs in the newspaper ads and shit.
Mhm.
He's circling ads and stuff. I was like, man, I wish we could do that now.
I'm 67 years old. What am I gonna do? It was just like, well, you're about to die, brother. Tick tock.
That's terrible. It's not even like just a fictional character. It's like, no, like with your time, yeah, with your age, it's probably, you got about 10 more years.
Yeah. No, if that.
Oh, goodness. Oh, that's terrible. I did write down these Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies have a very specific look to them.
Yeah.
Like it's this very specific vibe. I can't quite describe it, but um, it just felt very nostalgic for me because I remember seeing these movies in the theater and being like so enthralled by them. So like I was like, oh shit, movies can be like I didn't know this because this is like when CGI really went to another level and looked a
Yeah.
lot cleaner and like effective. Because I know I keep mentioning it, but Spider-Man 2, man, I mean, people still post the scene where he's swinging and you see the reflection in Doc Ock's glasses.
Hmm.
That's such a fucking awesome scene, and like also the subway scene. And in this movie, I mean, the third act fight scene between Green Goblin and Spider-Man was really cool because it's like, he has all these tricks, but can he actually like fight somebody? Can he actually
Yeah.
beat a villain? And like, I mean, to be honest with you guys, the answer is no. If you think about
Yeah.
a lot
But
of these Spider-Man movies, physically, they're not able to beat their villains.
what do you
They
mean?
always, if you think about every Spider-Man movie we've seen so far, Spider-Man has never actually been able to physically defeat his villain. It's always been like either a misstep of the villain or they like end up like they like turn good and try to redeem themselves at some point. It's not like Spider-Man. Green Goblin in No Way Home is the only villain where he was able to beat the dog shit out of him. And that's after like he basically was just running on pure adrenaline and the fact that he wanted to kill this motherfucker.
Well, I mean, but you also have to put into context that he's a fucking kid. So, like, his fighting prowess is probably not there yet.
Yeah.
Like, by the time Spider Man becomes like a fucking, an adult Spider Man, oh, he's gonna be a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because all the fighting that he does, and then also you got to take into account, how strong that Spider-Man actually is. Oh, he's a bad fucking day for people. Be a really bad
Yeah.
fucking day.
That's true. That's true. One thing I wish they explored about a Spider-Man / Peter Parker in these movies was why does he do weird shit? I mean, just how's he have the bandwidth to write notes like for your neighborhood friendly, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, like after he like foils a heist or like saves a purse and shit like that. I'm like, bro, you don't have money for rent. Like, use your time wisely, man. Or at
But
least have
again,
a Venmo. I
he's a
mean,
fucking
nowadays you could
kid.
do a Venmo on
Oh,
the back of a card. That's smart. Oh, Spider-Man could be cleaning up right now. If there was a
oh
real
yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Spider-Man, he'd be like, yo, cash at me.
Well, no, because they could track that.
Fuck. No, he could do crypto. He could do something in crypto.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but they could track that.
No,
You could track the wallet.
not true. True. I'm sure Peter Parker's a scientist. He'll figure something out. He'll
Yeah,
figure out
well, I mean,
some way for people
he's
to be
not.
able to donate
Yeah,
and
he's
shit.
a scientist, but is he a computer scientist, nigga? Is he
Yeah.
a
I
crypto
mean, it depends
fucking
on which.
scientist?
So that depends on which Peter Parker we're talking about. Like, if
Yes,
video games
that
Peter
is very
Parker, he
true.
could do. That's the thing is Peter Parker always like they always try to make him Bruce Wayne-ish, where he could do everything.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
he's a high school kid from New York. He was struggling until he got bit by a spider. Can we like not forget that? Like he's really struggling. If he were a child prodigy, the way that like some of these people make him seem, it'd be like not saying he wouldn't be financial straits with his family and stuff, but he'd be in a better situation.
I mean, not
Maybe. I don't know.
necessarily. I mean, because like, yeah, he had opportunities because he was in a gifted school and whatnot.
Yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily mean, in the meantime, while you're, learning, from the best scholars in the city, that you're actually going to be financially fucking, savvy.
Yeah, true. I do have to say, New York City is very trusting of Spider-Man when he first bursts on the scene, especially when some of the first events of Spider-Man, he's grabbing this red-headed, big-breasted woman and swinging off at her, and no one knows where he's taking her. You
Well,
know what
no,
I
no,
mean?
no, 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 no. Spider-Man's been around for a while. He's
At
been
that
already
point,
doing. Yeah, he's been doing shit.
okay. I mean, I'm just saying, if like I'm like he's been popping around, but he
And
ain't
is she
never
big
swung,
breasted?
huh?
Is she big breasted?
Back in that day, yeah, those were some hammers back in 2002. It was like
Okay.
her and Jennifer Love Hewitt. This is before what's her name, Christina Hendricks from Mad Men came on the scene, and people saw what some real boo boo boos look like. You know what I mean? Lluvia, our producer, said in the chat, "I can't believe there really was no person of color in this movie, especially at that culture festival." Macy Gray was there. with her crazy ass, and then also at the
I tried to say goodbye
and
to
then the
that
bridge scene. Remember, we had
phone.
a bunch of different diverse New Yorkers like, hey, you can't mess with New York, Green Goblin. We got all of us. You come for one of us, we got it all.
I'm
Like,
Dominican. Listen here, papi. Come. You fuck with Spider-Man. You fuck with me.
that was nuts. That was really crazy. But yeah, I mean, Lluvia is right. There's barely any
Well, I
African
mean, but
people in
that's
this
part
movie,
of the course.
which is crazy because this is New York City.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I mean, there wouldn't be any people of color in that the board meeting for Oscorp or whatever the fuck, because
Oh,
if a
yeah.
nigga like Norman Osborn is like, we're like the board is like, hey, we're like, taking away your role, we're taking away your funding, good luck, Norman, and he's just like, you think you can stop me? I'd be like, we need to monitor this motherfucker, like,
Yeah.
because he blows up the
He's like,
board.
guys, I'm not showing up to the testing spot.
Yeah, I'm not showing up for the concert. What are you talking about? This dude sounds like he's going to threaten us in some capacity.
And just the way the CGI when he vaporized on people, it's like, it was like an old fucking Star Trek fucking episode. That was bad.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, also fuck Harry for not telling Peter that he's dating MJ. By the way, that's shady.
Yeah, that was shady. That was shady.
I mean, Peter has a huge crush with this chick, and you just dated her, and you're not telling nobody.
No, he's not just dating her. He's smashing her out, and he's paying her fucking rent. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
She's an actress, and of course, here comes a dude with all this money, and next thing you know, he's dropping that fucking Osborne on her.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, she's one trash can away from singing the opening of Rent. We're not gonna pay. Light my candle. Elizabeth Banks is in this movie.
Yeah, the secretary.
Yeah.
At the
So is
Daily
Bill
Bugle.
Nunn,
Not
Ted
Daily
Raimi,
Bugle.
Sam Raimi's brothers in this movie. Octavia Spencer is the ring, the wrestler receptionist.
Yep.
Didn't check any ID. I'm like, this kid. Well, to be fair, Tobey Maguire looks 26 because he was 26 when he made this.
Yep.
So.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's and that's the thing too, is like Lluvia said her opinion, something that didn't age well about this movie was Toby's acting. I am curious to see how I feel about 2 and 3. I know 3 he's pretty bad.
Oh yeah, it's horrible.
I think Tobey Maguire is a terrible actor. I'm starting to think that he's not a good actor at all.
Other than this, what is Tobey Maguire known for? Seabiscuit?
Seabiscuit, Cider House Rules. I mean, you could say Great Gatsby, but that's more like a Leo thing.
Yeah.
Who else?
I'll wait.
Yeah,
Tobey Maguire ain't shit. He's not a good actor.
Yeah, he did that movie Brothers with Jake Gyllenhaal, but Jake Gyllenhaal fucking acted rings around him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's not very good, and like we've talked about before, he's not a very good person apparently.
Yeah.
So, it's interesting. I mean, I think he did what he had to do in No Way Home. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I think it worked because they all had different iterations of the character of like Spider-Man and Peter Parker, so it worked, right? And he didn't have to do too much, and so I think that like is. But when you're carrying the whole movie on you, it's weird because where everyone's careers kind of go after this, because say what you want about the guy, James Franco, with all like the, sexual questionable behavior and stuff like that, Oscar nominated. He would have gotten nominated for a second time an Oscar if that controversy hadn't blown up, because he was going to get nominated for a disaster artist until that shit blew up like a few weeks before voting closed. He was for sure going to get nominated. Kirsten Dunst has been nominated for Oscar. Like Willem Dafoe's been nominated for multiple Oscars. Tobey Maguire, like people were like, where did that guy go? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe he wanted to be a father and stuff like that, and he like had enough money for the Spider-Man franchise to kind of take it easy, especially if he wasn't like fully committed to acting or didn't want to take a break. Good on him and stuff like that. But yeah, like I'm starting to watch these and be like, yeah, I don't think he's a very good actor.
Yeah, no, 1,000% he's not a good actor. He's not. It's just like, yeah, I mean, he did his thing, and good for him, but like, like this ain't it.
And
Like
there's so
this
many
ain't it.
actors. There's so many actors considered for this role. Actually, Heath Ledger apparently was the original choice for Spider-Man, but he declined to avoid taking someone else's dream role, which I'm glad he didn't. I'm glad he didn't. I'm glad that
He would never
he.
got. He would never got a Batman.
Well, I think he could have because I think some people are able to do Marvel DC stuff, but like that's like that's now though. So maybe you're right. But for me, I'm like I like the fact because I think if he had done Heath Ledger had done Spider Man and then like years later been cast as the Joker, it would have been like, oh, he's doing our comic book thing, right?
Yeah.
I still miss I still get nostalgic for the days when we got this crazy casting news. I still remember when they announced Heath Ledger's going to be the new Joker. People were like, "What the fuck?" And
Yeah.
then he gave us what he gave us. You know what I mean? Like
So
that's
this, you
kind of
know
stuff I
what?
miss.
I couldn't see Heath Ledger as it because I think it would have been the same kind of Andrew Garfield thing. He's a little too handsome.
Yeah, he's too good looking to be a loser.
Yeah.
That's what
Right.
Honest Movie Trailer said about the Amazing Spider-Man. They're like, he's such a good-looking, hot, smoldering loser. Like,
Yeah.
as Peter Parker, I'm like, I remember even Tati was like, he's too hot to be Peter Parker. I was like,
Yeah.
wait, what did you say? Like, who's hot? But yeah, like that's the thing.
I've seen Andrew Garfield in person. He's a very good looking guy.
Dude, he's so fucking charming. Because even if this is fake, because he's a really good fucking actor. So did you see the Golden Globes? I think, or was it Oscars when he was presenting with Kerry Washington, and she's talking to camera, right? And then you see him in the background. He kind of adjusts a button. He puts on these reading glasses, and he does like this look and stuff. And people were like, "Oh my god, Daddy Garfield" or whatever online, right? He did a podcast where he talked about in real life, like he walked through every bit of that video footage. It was like, this is me having a panic attack. He's like, all right. So he's like, I'm looking at the camera as Carrie's talking, and I realize, oh shit, I can't see these words because I don't have my reading glasses. Fuck. And I'm about to speak in 10 seconds. So he takes out the glasses and puts them on, and he's thinking, oh shit, people are gonna see that I put on my reading glasses, and then my eyes are all fucked up. He's like, and then he's like, oh man, I'm showing too much skin. Should I open up the button or take off the button? And he's like talking through the video, and it's so charming and everything. But then I'm also like, he could be that fucking good where he's acting to be charming, to be like this charismatic person, or it could be a genuinely good guy. I don't fucking know because it's Hollywood. But I all that's to say is I'm always rooting for Andrew Garfield because he's the guy who had took all the hits with that No Way Home fucking promo because he had a movie coming out and Tobey Maguire's fucking MIA, Tom Holland's filming all the movies. So he's over here doing press for like another movie. And people are like, you're in the new Spider-Man, right? He's like, no, everyone keeps saying that, blah, blah, blah. No.
Yeah.
It's like an Uber driver said that they saw you in Atlanta where they're filming Spider-Man. He's like, no, I was just in Atlanta visiting friends. Like, he had to lie for months. He had to lie for months. No one else had to deal with that shit. Because obviously Tom Holland's in the fucking movie.
Yeah.
And Tobey Maguire doesn't live in Hollywood anymore. So like he's the only one that people can ask. I'm sure he lost his shit. There's definitely a time where he got drunk one night and just to a bar of strangers. Yeah, fuck it. I'm in Spider-Man 3. I said it.
So what, everybody? So what?
Marvel had to go in with the fucking MIB machines and knock out everybody's memory. All right. Leonardo DiCaprio, Freddie Prinze Jr., Scott Speedman, and James Franco were all considered and tested for Spider-Man. Same with Frankie Muniz and Topher Grace. Frankie Muniz as Spider-Man would have been fucking nuts.
Speaking of people like kind of never aging, it would have worked for a long time of him as a high school student, but that would have been imagine Spider-Man breaking the fourth wall. It's just like, hey guys, so I'm Spider-Man, and this is how I.
Oh my god,
that would have been horrible.
Yeah. Before Willem Dafoe, many actors were considered for Norman Osborn, including Nicolas Cage, Robert De Niro, Mel Gibson, John Travolta, Bill Paxton, John Malkovich, and Brad Dourif. Apparently, Sam Raimi initially wanted Billy Crudup, but after Dafoe got a hold of the script, he actively campaigned for the role and shot test footage in his hotel room while filming in Spain.
Huh. All right. First of all, I think oh fuck, who's the first person you said on that fucking list? Nick Cage. That'd have been nuts. That'd have been nuts.
Real crazy.
I think it would have been too crazy. I mean, Willem Dafoe is crazy with this role. I think Nick Cage would have made it a little bit too cartoonish. But then again, have we really seen him as a villain like this hardcore?
Face Off.
Yeah,
And he was touching young
been
girls' butts in that. He would have been creepy around MJ. I wouldn't have liked it.
yeah, it may have been too much.
Robert De Niro would be insane, especially in that suit. Robert De Niro in that suit would have been fucking crazy. Mel Gibson would
imagine
have been,
De Niro coming back to do it.
he'd be like, I love this de-aging
like,
shit. Yeah. He's like, I love the de-aging.
Spider-Man.
You guys saw The Irishman, right? John Travolta would have been nuts. John Malkovich could have possibly worked. Same with Bill Paxton.
Yeah, no, he could have worked. He would have worked.
Bill Paxton could have worked as well.
Malkovich, I think, may have been like the guy who've been like, oh, but Norman Osborn would have been fucking diabolical.
Yeah.
Because like he plays, I think John Malkovich plays a great villain. And you know, Con Air, like I could see that. I could see, that Con Air character in this role. Oh, it would have been amazing.
He was initially going to be the villain in Spider-Man 4, right? He was going to be the Vulture, and then Anne Hathaway was going to be the Vultress.
Okay, I'm glad that didn't happen.
Yeah. We'll eventually get to how Spider-Man 4 never came to be because Spider-Man 3 was so bad. Kate Hudson and Tara Reid were considered for MJ, and Hudson was the top choice, but chose the Four Feathers instead. I guess that's some romantic comedy or something like that.
Yeah, you fucked up, Kate.
At the time. Yeah, she did. I mean, Kate Hudson is just fucking, she's just a smoke show.
Yes.
But
yes.
Tara Reid, that would not have aged well because unfortunately she just got too wrapped up in the Hollywood machine and the plastic surgery and all the stuff. She also isn't that great of an actress either.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Our producer Lluvia pulled some letterbox reviews that she thought we should read before we get to some Patriot thoughts. The first one is from Lee Does Not Exist. They wrote, don't think anyone has had more fun on film set than Willem Dafoe in this. 4.5 out of 5 stars. That's fair.
Yep.
Alba wrote, Tobey Maguire's acting in this gives off the same energy as me disassociating in the middle of a conversation and then pretending I understood everything. 3.5 out of 5 stars. Damn.
Fair.
Okay. Sydney wrote, I will defend these movies with my life. 5 out of 5 stars. Amaya wrote, Tobey Maguire's performance as Spider-Man gives off the same energy as 16-year-old me, high off my ass, trying to act sober in front of my mom. 4 out of 5 stars. That's very specific.
Yeah.
Jessica wrote, how did nobody at Peter's school realize that he's Spider-Man after they literally saw him dragging around a tray by a web? 4 out of 5 stars.
Well,
that is true.
He flipped over somebody from backwards.
Yeah.
And then you mean the same guy who went into a wrestling ring and shot webs at a guy after hanging on the top of at the Macho Man Randy Savage, after hanging on the top of a fucking, like, come on, guys. Like, that's Spider-Man. That was Spider-Man was here, right?
For sure. Yeah, that was weird. And also, like, I mean, they hinted at it in No Way Home, but like, really, where are those webs coming from? Like, are they coming out of a pore? Does he have like natural like slits in his arms?
Yeah,
now?
No. There's a web patch here. I don't know if you saw it in the film. There's literally a web patch right on his wrist, and that's where it actually comes from.
So it's just like organically from him.
Yeah, it's his spider nut.
I was gonna say, I wonder what his. Never mind. Matt Blake wrote a film where a teenager's life changes when he realizes that he can produce white sticky liquid from his body. 4 out of 5 stars.
Well, they have that weird scene where he wakes up and he's covered. The whole room's covered in webs and things like that, right? Or is that not a thing? Or is that like?
Was that in this? I think that was like a comic or something like that. Was that in this movie?
I'm not sure.
They wouldn't have gotten away with that.
Like, I feel like that was a thing.
I don't know.
Because there's all these. Because I remember, when this film first came out, everybody was talking about all that stuff.
I mean, that's the thing is like that's what's so interesting is like, is there this, from this orifice or patch or whatever, is there occasionally discharge? Does it like impact what else he shoots out his body? You know what I mean? It's like, there's a lot of questions that happen. Yeah. It's just, if I'm MJ, I'm making him strap up until we figure out what's what down there. You know what I mean? Eric wrote, "Why does Willem Dafoe need to wear that giant Green Goblin mask? Was identical to his normal facial expression." 3.5 out of 5 stars. All right. And then we did get one Patreon thought. Remember, folks, when you sign up at Patreon at patreon.com/media popcorn, you're guaranteed to have your thoughts and reviews of that film read on that episode. So Courtney O'Connor wrote, "While I'm not a big fan of the franchise, the first film is still one of the best superhero films. I don't think anyone was expecting Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin to be one of the most liked and memorable things about this film. And yet, talking to me like the Green Goblin mask is something I heard not too long ago." All right. There you have it. Justin, break down our
Parker.
Justin, break down our rating system, baby.
Stop calling me baby. Guys, you know how we do it. We rate movies back to popcorn, small, medium, large, and an XL for the exceptional. If a film doesn't deserve any hot, buttery, delicious popcorn, we throw it into the stale popcorn pile. We pile piles and piles of stale popcorn on top of it. So, Brandon, we watched the 2002 the OG Spider-Man film starring Tobey Maguire, Willem Dafoe, Kirsten Dunst, James Franco. What say you, sir?
Yeah, this gets a large. This gets a large. It still holds up. It's still good. Got that classic score. It's a lot of fun to watch. It's a little over 2 hours, right? But it's still a fun movie. It establishes a lot of things that just get better in the second one, to be honest with you. And there's some things where I rolled my eyes, or I was like, "Oh, that's the best take you had of that," and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, like, I still really enjoyed it, and I was locked in the whole time watching it. Like, and then you can't complain about a movie that's 20 plus years old that still holds your attention like that. So I enjoyed it. What's your rating, Justin?
So I'm gonna give it a large as well. And now this is also contingent on the fact is like I never liked Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. I thought that he was a little bit too much of a whiny little bitch. His face just irked me. He looked too old. He just didn't feel the character. But with all of that said, this is a great fucking movie. It's a great fucking movie. To the point where my 6-year-old watched this and he became, once he saw Spider-Man in a suit, that motherfucker was in. I think that regardless of the fact that Tobey Maguire wasn't the guy, and he still isn't the guy, he should have never been Spider-Man in the first place. They made chicken salad out of chicken shit. And it made a fucking $1 billion franchise, $1 billion plus franchise out of it, because like this movie was a huge hit. And from what this could have been, like, I think this overperformed. This is definitely a win. I mean, I can't see myself not rewatching this film, and especially in the second one as well. But this is why not?
100%. I also even when I was rewatching it, and like scenes when he's swinging and he hasn't gotten the full Spider-Man outfit yet. He's like in the wrestling costume and he flips onto that car, to chase down the robbers and stuff like that. I remember seeing that in the trailer and being like, "Oh shit!" Like, because this is after this is after Blade, this is after X-Men, and you start really seeing the evolution of what superhero movies could become, and you're like, "Oh, okay." Because in order for us to get to Avengers Endgame, folks, where we have a seamless Thanos that looks like he's real flesh and blood and shit, we had to start somewhere here. And they kept pushing the envelope. But then you see, sometimes where it misfired. Spider-Man 3, I'm talking about you. But in this one, I was like, for the most part, I thought it went well. Even though you could definitely see Norman Osborn's face through that Green Goblin mask. You're like, you're Norman. I can see your face. Yeah.
It's you.
Justin, please tell the people how they can follow you, man, and support the show, baby.
Stop calling me baby, first of all. But guys, you can follow me at jbrownditter on all the social media platforms. And if you're loving the show, you're needing more of the show, go over to Patreon, patreon.com/medium popcorn. We have $2, $5, $10, and $15 packages. Our entire backlog is on Patreon. We have mini shows. We have bonus episodes. Patreon is where you need to be. Again, as patreon.com/medium popcorn. Brandon, show them.
That's right. Slap it up, put it down, everybody get around. Y'all know you can follow the show at Medium P Podcast on all the social media platforms. You can go to youtube.com/Medium P Podcast. Push that subscribe button so you get it to learn about all future reviews and celebrity interviews. And then take yourself over to ko-fi.com/Medium Popcorn. If you don't have the funds to support us on a monthly basis with Patreon, you can at least go over there and donate the equivalent of a small coffee or a medium popcorn. It all helps the show. And as always, you can follow me at Frodo_Blackens on all social media platforms. But really focus on Instagram. That's where I'm at these days. FrodoBlackens.com for show dates and all that good stuff.
It's murder.
It is murder for sure. How did that spider get loose in that lab?
Yeah, that sounds.
And did it bite anybody else?
Nope, just got his.
It's just going around chopping niggas. Multiple people should have Spider-Man powers.
He was like, ah.
Unless you're saying it died immediately after. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. What else? I read in my notes. I'm just looking at my notes real quick. Spider-Man.
Want to get dollars. It's murder.
Oh, I just thought like his friends ain't shit. Like Harry and Mary Jane ain't shit with Peter. Because at some point within that first year of him being Spider-Man, one of them would confront him and be like, "Where the fuck are you going?" You know what I mean? Like he disappears like for like wild times. He's getting fired. I'd be like, "Yo, what are you doing?" I think he's turning tricks at the way he does this shit. You know what I mean?
Peter,
and this is before Grindr, so you're not going out fucking. Yeah, like or like to Yuvi's question in the chat, is he on smack like a drug addict? What the fuck is going on, Peter?
Yeah.
Imagine Spider-Man doing crack in between.
Oh my god, he would be as fuck. Yo, he'd be stealing all the TVs.
You see Spider-Man doing a crackhead dance on a rooftop. He's like, Spider-Man, don't whip that out. No, now you're on the list. Oh god, that'd be crazy. I actually was talking about that. I was talking about that earlier today with somebody about superheroes. Like, the boys touches on this a little bit, but like for real, like if a Spider-Man or a Batman had malicious intent, we're fucked.
Oh yeah.
So like a Spider-Man just swinging around fucking stealing shit and assaulting people, that's a bad day for New York City. And if he's cracked out, if he's on crack, just slamming into buildings. Just slamming into the side of buildings. You're trying to fucking run a stockholder meeting.
Yo, imagine just what? It doesn't even have to be that that deep. Just imagine if Spider-Man was a hero, but he was also a creep. Imagine you're changing, and all of a sudden you're fucking 40 stories. 40 stories up. It's like no one's ever gonna believe you. Bye.
That's true. That's definitely true. He just swinging it. He just after he shoots his webs in the window, just swings away.
Your neighborhood Spider-Man.
And then they do a DNA test on the cum that he left in the window. They figure out who it is, and he's like, "That is one development I did not see." My Spidey sense to pick that up when the cops come to arrest him. He's like,
but also at the same time, shouldn't there be DNA in the webbing? So they technically should be able to take some of the webbing and figure it out as well.
But I guess you would have to look so closely at how Spider-Man operates to realize it's coming out of him biologically.
True, but also at the same time, technically the spider, either the webs don't come out of him biologically.
Yeah, I mean, do they rot? Like, what happens to the webbing? Does it decay naturally? Like, do you have to remove it?
But that's because
imagine if he's doing all this stuff around the city and his webbing requires a lot of maintenance to remove. That's a huge cost to the city, no matter what he's saving.
Yeah.
And they also have to test it.
Remember that shit.
Yeah, remember the first few times that he's shooting that too. Like, you gotta have scientists check that shit out.
Yeah, to make sure he ain't killing niggas. He ain't giving people cancer.
And to Yuvia's point, he has to have strong webs because he's swinging around high-rise buildings in the city and shit. He's holding pieces of a bridge.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got those are. Oh man, it's like fucking super. Like it's not super glue, but it's gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
Shit. There's no way. Man. That's actually a funny story. Is about how much insurance. Like Spider-Man gets confronted by a lawyer because he's getting sued by the city for all the damage he's accrued.
Brandon, think about this. Just think about this. Think about you get shot with Spider-Man. You got shot by his webs, right? And you're stuck to a building. How do they get you off of there? You know what I'm saying? It's like because that webbing is super strong. How long does it take or does it dissolve after a while? Like that's a really good question.
Yeah, it's not great, man.
Yes, murder.
It's murder. All right, y'all. We'll talk to y'all soon.
All
Shoot
right.
it up, put it down. Everybody get around.
It's a Spider-Man.
Medium popcorn. We are two niggas spoiling movies. Yeah. Brandon Collins. That's me. And Justin Brown for your movie needs. Medium popcorn. Woo! You haven't seen it, well, we're gonna spoil it. Spoil it in your face. That's your warning.